there's like little ways that we can figure out how to give our voice, even if we're not able to be the ones that are like down at the, Capitol building protesting. There's still ways that you can vote, with your dollar, choose where you're going to spend your money. Are you going to support small businesses? The most fucked up thing to me is that like pretty much every single company in the United States has donated to Trump. So if you decide that you want to support businesses that don't donate to Trump, good luck shopping anywhere, literally anywhere.
Yeah, seriously.
So like just do what you can, right? Like obviously you like not everybody is able to completely change all the stores that they shop at, and but I think if everybody just kind of is able to focus on like something that they care about and put towards a little bit of effort towards that, compounded, if like that's a lot of effort from everybody. So
welcome to We're All Just Faking It. This is episode 53. Today we're talking about fake it, don't break it, protecting your peace without disengaging. With us today we have Dana, Braylon, Blaze, and myself, Steph. Did anyone fake it last week? Do you have a hyperfixation? I'm still on my bullshit. I'm still doing this stuff. So
That looks so good.
that looks really cool.
I'm really excited. It's gonna be a shadow box for my husband, and then I'm gonna put shelving inside of the shadow box, and he's gonna put his little figurines in there.
Cute.
So far, that's what we have planned. That's probably gonna be different the next episode. We'll see. We'll see. How about y'all?
I'm in a state of constant faking it with work right now.
Oh no.
We have a huge deadline coming up like next month, and so it's a little stressful. And yeah, I'm just completely faking it at this point. And then
right?
my hyperfixation. I started watching Survivor. And I'm hooked
for the
on
first
it.
time ever.
Yes.
What
had
seasons are
never
you
watched
watching?
I actually started with season 18, which happens to be the season with Russell.
Okay, great season.
Great season to start with. And I think I'm now on like season 23 or 24.
Oh my gosh.
The one that has his like nephew.
Can you like text me about your thoughts? Like live text me, because I love this. And as somebody that's been watching Survivor for forever, this makes me so happy. So exciting. Oh my God, that means you're going to watch the new ones when they come out and we can text about it. I don't have any friends that watch this show, so that just made me so excited.
Yeah, one of the streamers I watch a lot, she was talking about Survivor a whole bunch. And like I knew what Survivor was, but I had never like watched it.
So good.
So I started watching it and I'm obsessed.
It's so good. It's so good.
It's so good.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much the world of Blaze right now.
I'm excited for our upcoming Survivor episode.
Oh, that'd be fun.
I hear Survivor's games. I'm sure we could come up with something similar.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, yeah.
How about you, Dana? Oh,
no,
Braylon,
go.
please.
I don't mind. I can go any order.
Oh, thank you.
Should I go?
I thought you were.
Yes.
Sorry, that's why I was really confused.
No, I said I'll go anytime. Okay, so I have not been faking it. I really feel like I am a fraud in this podcast now because I don't remember the last time I've said I'm faking it. But my hyperfixation, I just got back from Hawaii and I've just been like, it was the most wonderful week and I want to move there and I love all things Hawaii and I've been listening to Hawaii music and I got a new Hawaii tattoo and yeah, I'm just obsessed. My whole family literally we're all like looking at houses there like, okay, can we get a second house if we all pitch in on one and then we stay there for a few months each year? So yeah,
I'm
literally
so jealous.
And I'd been to Hawaii before, but I'd only ever been to either Kona or Kauai. And like, no hate to Kauai, but it is the rainiest place in the world. So the humidity factor is like level million thousand. And like your couches are wet, your bed is wet, your towel is wet, your hair stays wet. It's like disgusting. So when I went to Oahu, I was like, ugh, it's going to be so humid. It wasn't. And we were right on the ocean. Couches were dry, our towels dried. Like, it was a totally different experience. And it was so nice. So yeah, I want to move there or at least get a second house.
You said you
That's
feel
the
like a
way to do
fraud
it.
because you haven't been faking it, but is
Yes,
that because
just
you have like more in place so that you don't have to fake it now?
probably because I spent a long time faking it, I think, before we started this podcast. And I just kind of figured out, like, I made my life get to a point where I don't have to fake it,
That's really
which is very
good.
nice.
It's like, especially working for yourself, like you run your own shit, right? Like, it's
Yeah.
I don't really look at it as like faking anymore. It's more an opportunity to learn, and I have the capacity to learn the stuff that I'm coming up against that I don't know. Whereas,
Yeah.
like, great, I don't know, before it was out of my hands.
Yeah. Yeah. It being in your own hands changes it from being like faking it to like, I'm figuring stuff out.
I feel like I'm only really faking it because I've been doing 8-hour sessions every single day for the
Yeah.
last like 2 months, and that's just
be-
a lot.
To be fair, if I had to do that, I would be feeling the exact same way as you.
It's just
so
I mean, like, my boss and everyone is like super aware that this is like crazy and this isn't how we want to like normally work. So like it's not forever, but it's just, like I said, it's a lot.
you got to fake it to get through it.
Yeah, exactly. And like I have a great team. They're all like super fun. They make it bearable because they'll like joke around and stuff like that. And like the vendors that work with us, they'll also joke around, and like it's a good environment. It's working. But
Oh, that's fun.
it's just a lot.
Yeah.
What about you, Dana?
I've been faking it a lot at the moment, but because of the heat, I've been getting really bad migraines, and I don't have the luxury of like being able to just take the day off and like be ill sometimes. So I do have to just kind of put my big girl pants on and just kind of get on with things, unfortunately, at the moment. So it's just like most days it's just faking it because
Dana,
not very well.
not to interrupt you, but you should look into getting a chili pad for your bed, because I don't think that you could put an air conditioner in your room somehow unless you have a window availability. But being cold when you sleep is like the best thing you can do for your sleep, and a chili pad makes your bed cold.
That would be great because I keep waking up in the night because I am so sweaty. And,
Yeah,
like,
it's like
sticky
real
and
bad
horrible.
for your sleep to be hot. When we were in Hawaii, they had little mini air conditioners in the bedrooms, and I turned ours to like 65 every night. My sleep scores were literally like the highest I've ever gotten of sleep scores of my life the whole time I was there.
I was out of AC earlier this week and I got new sheets. I think they're like bamboo or something like that, and they stay cool. They
Oh,
felt
yeah, that can help
so
too.
good.
That's nice.
God.
My mattress, unfortunately, is like a memory foam type one, so it does hold in a lot of the heat. So that has not been helpful this summer either. So
Yeah. A chili
that's
pad.
not helpful.
And what's your hyperfixation?
Oh yes. So I feel like mine and like most of the people on Threads, K-pop Demon Hunters is my high fixation moment. It's just so cool. I just keep listening to the playlist, and it's
Yeah.
just amazing.
We watched it the other day. It was so good. I even got Trey, like, he likes all the songs. We've been like playing them in the car and stuff like that. It's I'm right there with you. I think it's so fun because you don't normally get to hear K-pop in English. Like, normally K-pop is in Korean, so like it's a bunch of K-pop songs, but they're in English, so it's like way more fun. Like, sometimes there's like English phrases in K-pop songs, but you never get like full English songs. So I wonder if the popularity of this will make other K-pop bands be like, maybe we should release our top hits also in English.
I wonder because I feel like the only like really well-known K-pop for me, like for people I talk to, is probably BTS.
Yeah,
So
that and
I
like
think it would be
Blackpink.
nice.
Blackpink
Oh, yeah,
performed at
Yes,
Coachella and
definitely.
stuff.
Of course.
But like I loved the movie too. It's so good. If you haven't seen it, definitely go watch it.
It's fun. It's just like a film. It's just like one film. You're not gonna like lose any time if you don't end up liking it. But I really think you will like it.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
it's
loved
being
it.
hosted by Liza Koshy, and I love her. So I
You gotta
think
go
I'm
watch
gonna
it.
watch it.
It's literally so good. I started listening to the music before I watched the movie, and then I was like,
Oh.
"Oh, I
Oh.
gotta watch the movie because it's all over TikTok." And I was like, "This is a really good
Oh.
song," and I put it on my playlist. And then after I watched the movie, I was like, "These are all good songs."
Well,
Oh.
thanks, guys. I can't wait to go.
Yeah, same. Now I have to go watch it.
I
You're
need
gonna love
more
it.
like we need more recommendations of things, I think, like films and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, we should start a channel for that in the Discord, and then that would be good
Or we
opportunity
should
to
just
do
put
some
it in
watch
our general
parties.
channel that's not used very often anyway.
Do that too. We could do that too. Steph always likes to make a channel in Discord, so there's a dedicated spot for stuff. But then Steph's Discord ends up being like 200 channels, each with its own niche, tiny topic. But then Steph also isn't very strict on where you post shit because
Yeah.
figure it
I
out.
mean, hey, I love a forum post section as much as the next person. I'm just conscious of us actually using our Discord.
No, you guys know how to use Discord, so I defer to you. So we went back and forth on this topic a little bit, and more so, we talk a lot about taking care of your mental health. I think pretty sure we had an episode on being a woman in your 20s or what it was like growing up in your 20s or advice something in your 20s. Maybe that was 2 episodes. But today it's really more about protecting your peace, and then a right title without disengaging. I am actually curious the difference between what we've been taught growing up between US and UK. Maybe that would be a good place to start. It's what
Well, because we're
I don't
both
know.
kind of having tumultuous times, right? I think the UK has kind of been maybe not quite as bad as the United States in the last 8-12 years, but I feel like they've kind of been right there along with us with some interesting political decisions that have been affecting the personal lives of human beings. And
Interesting political decisions is a great way to put that, because what the fuck is how I'd put that.
But for both of us, I think the UK and the US have both been like, maybe we don't do that.
No, and I mean, I'm guilty as shit about disengaging. It's really, if I don't have direct control over a situation, especially in the political landscape, I tend to just unplug from that. And if I can't do anything about it, I don't need to worry about it. And it's just a part of my stress I don't want to entertain. But that also doesn't feel very responsible.
Yeah, what about you, Dana? Do you feel like the US is comparable to the UK?
I feel like you guys should have got a different UK person to join this episode. I am not aware of a lot of political stuff. It stresses me out. And at the moment, with like healing from my burnout and everything, I'm just trying to stay the fuck away from as much as I can.
Full on protect your peace mode.
Yeah. I appreciate that like I have a duty to keep myself informed and it's important the issues that are happening, but I also am one person, and right now the thing I need to do for myself is just keep myself in a place where I'm not super stressed out all the time about things that are outside of my control. My therapist and I were talking actually not this week but 2 weeks ago about the fact that like things that are outside of my control stress me out way more than things that are in my control that I need to do. And so it just kind of relates to that.
I think
it's okay to acknowledge the exhaustion. We're all fucking tired. That's the point. You're supposed to be overwhelmed. You're supposed to be tired. You're supposed to want to give up.
I feel like that as well is just the more overwhelmed and tired we are, the easier we are to control.
Yes,
Oh yeah,
totally.
for sure.
Sorry,
I think too, as neurodivergent people, like we can get stuck on that, like stuck in a loop on, like if we focus too much on all of the negative and icky things that are going on in the world, it's like hard to pull your brain away from that. So I think even more so, it's important for us to like make sure that we're doing what we can. But I think I keep going back to like in times of like really dark times, like people still had to make art. They still had to dance. Like you still had to enjoy a meal with your family. And I think it becomes even more important to do those things. It's almost like an anti-fascist stance to still love and to still show up with heart and to still like take care of your communities. And so like that's kind of what I try to do, is like when I'm feeling overwhelmed with the state of the world, I go local. I go to, my community, my family. How can I share some goodness and some light? Because I think that that's when we need that the most, right? It's like we can't let them win by just creating so much despair that then we can't do anything. Like that to me is like letting the bad guys win.
I mean, also, the more divided we are, the more it's easier to, as Dana said, control us or take advantage of us. Which is why community is just so important.
It really is. I feel like anytime I do look at like, because I look at our local newspaper because that's like a lot nicer, but like anytime I feel like I look at like anything that's more like UK or Britain orientated rather than right where I am, or I look at the news, it's always just like obviously like trying to get you to, it just feels like they're just putting out stuff where they want you to have a negative reaction. They want you to be angry about something.
Yeah.
They want you to be angry at this like demographic of people that they're shoving at you. And like for some people obviously that works very easily, and they do obviously take the bait of being angry at these people that are essentially probably just also not really that bad.
I like Braylon's approach. It's like sharing the peace and the love internally and outward, like around your own local communities. Not disengaging is super, 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 super hard. I end up throwing myself into work, but that's also been feeling. What the fuck is the point? What is the point of any of this? What is the point? What is the point? You're really asking me about KPIs right now? I could give a fuck less about the KPIs right now.
That's probably harder for you too, knowing your Enneagram being a 6, that you're like, well, I'm throwing in the towel. Everything is horrible, just like my brain thought it was going to be.
It's literally fucking Gilead at this point. Why are we worried about this right now? Shouldn't we be doing literally fucking something else? I limit myself to 15 minutes a day scrolling Reddit. That's it.
You also have an extremely politically active husband. So what is that like?
Oh, we honestly, I yell at him about twice a week, every week, because I'll be like, oh, did you see this? He's like, yeah, I saw it already. I was like, oh, well, fuck me. Sorry about that. You didn't fucking tell me though.
Do you guys?
He keeps me out of it on purpose.
Oh, he keeps you out of it.
He doesn't want me stressing, but I go and
well,
look
that's good. He knows you. He knows you well. He knows your little brain is gonna start making more worst case scenarios.
Yes, literally. I'm like stressing and I can't I don't want to eat. I don't even want to smoke. He's like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, the world's on fire. They're coming after our rights. Everything's shitty.
That is definitely how it feels. Yeah.
It's Blaze, how are you protecting your peace these days? I don't ever talk to you about politics. Maybe that's for a reason. Maybe we decided that it was 2016. We decided we haven't even known each other that long. I don't know how long.
It's funny, like I used to love politics. Like I was a political science major for like a year or so. The only reason why I dropped it is because there's just no jobs in the field. That's the only reason why I dropped it. Just saying. And now I hate it. So
how do you hate it?
Didn't
what was the thing between political science major and then getting into real politics and experiencing that in the real world that made you say no? And I'm asking
the 2020 election. That's what did it
that
for
was
me.
the tipping point. Oh yeah,
that was the tipping point. That also was when I
yeah.
turned. No, sorry, 2016 was when I turned 18.
I was gonna say
the 2020 was up there. So
The 2016 for me was like, I can like remember where I was when we found out that Trump won.
You know
And it
what's
was just
funny?
like, are you
That was
fucking kidding me?
a meme.
In
Nowhere.
2016, I was in a current events class during the election. That was the most fun class that I've
Oh, I'm
ever
sure
had.
it's crazy.
It was so fun. But nowadays, I kind of just ignore all of it.
Hmm.
Which,
Do you feel like that? Like, do you wish you didn't do that?
yeah, definitely. I feel like I should be more informed for sure.
Do you feel
'Cause,
like there's just too much? It's like,
no, I feel like I'm good about compartmentalizing certain things. But yeah, I just try not to focus on it.
I feel like
I'm sorry, I have a serious question. How is it not too much for you? We are less than like one full fucking generation into better rights for women. How is this not overwhelming?
yeah, women couldn't get a credit
I
card
am
until like
losing my
1970 something.
I think
I'm not okay.
because I don't know. It's one of those things where yes, it's scary, but I also find that one, I'm in a good position with like who I live with. So
Same.
I'm
I
not
will be
really
safe as
too
owned
worried.
property.
Yes, I'll be safe, and I think that's what matters.
I think for me, it's like, it's so hard because since like 2016, like all that anybody ever talked about from 2016 to 2020 was Trump. Like literally, it was like all over social media. And I got sick of it. I was like, this is ridiculous. I hate this. This is like just so dumb. Like, oh, it's the president again. Oh, the president. Oh, what's the president doing now? Oh, da 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 da. And I think that when he got elected again in 2024, I was kind of just like, I'm over this. Like, I don't give a shit what he has to say. So it's been hard for me because I want to, like, I was much more politically engaged when Biden was president because it wasn't like, yeah, he's an old senile guy and I didn't necessarily love him, but it wasn't like this, you didn't feel like you were on this reality TV show.
I was gonna
Whereas, like,
say,
I kind of feel like it's a reality TV show
yeah,
for a president, and it's like hard to look away. But then at the same time, you're like, this is fucking stupid, and you're stupid, the president, and you just want to like completely turn it off, which
Yep.
is not the right thing to do, but is so hard, I think, to find that middle ground of like, how do I pay attention while also not losing my mind because this is absolutely batshit fucking crazy. So I just try to like follow a few people who I know online will give me like highlight reels of important things that I can be engaged with. It was funny. I also have a family group chat. My mom is like super into politics, so she'll share stuff a lot too if like something big happens. And I remember something happened and my sister was like, oh, I'm just like not paying attention to anything that's going on globally. And I'm like, Whitney, this is the United States. This is not
It is
global.
global.
This is your own country. Like if this is a different country, sure, but this is your country. This is happening here. I think
maybe she
maybe we need
doesn't
to.
want it to be her country.
I know,
Exactly,
but I'm
yeah.
like, I
That's
think you
how.
just
Is
you
and
have to
I'm
give a
sorry.
smidgen of attention to it.
And I think that honestly, I am not the most politically apt person. Please understand that if you are listening to this. But I kind of feel like if you are not paying attention at least a little bit to world news, you are not doing your due diligence paying attention to United
At least
States
like a
news.
highlight reel, right? Just like
And what
be a
scares me
little
too,
bit aware.
there is nowhere fucking safe from the United States. Wherever they go, if they want to invade, we're fucked. Can't really go anywhere. Where are you going to go? You're going to go to the UK? Who's going to protect the UK? You're going to go to Canada? Who's going to protect Canada? You're going to go to Mexico? Who's going to protect Mexico?
I mean, you could pretty much disappear inside of Mexico if you wanted to.
I mean, the best thing I'm seeing is that Trump is disintegrating the fucking United States global outward appearance, just brick by brick. Just pulling
I
a
do
couple
think
bricks
it
out
is
here and there. It's gonna crumble.
interesting being in another country, seeing on the outside how like Trump is portrayed and how like America is portrayed is very interesting. I think when you see it on our side as well. I'm
How
sure
often is our news in your news?
What a
Too
good
much.
question.
I was
See,
gonna say
the U.S. influence is. I had an argument with Reagan over the U.S. influence, and he underestimates it. And I'm like, no, we're everywhere. Which is
That's what I'm
like,
saying.
it
We're the
sounds
center of
kind of
attention.
cocky, but like, you can't say the attention is not there. Because
to be
it
fair,
is.
though, most American people on social medias do just assume they are the majority of people on social
Yeah.
media, so it's not
I'm
that
guilty.
like
Very true.
unrealistic to think that.
Any post I see on Reddit, I assume they're American unless they say otherwise.
See,
It's
I
that is
don't.
the mentality of
I
being
don't.
American. It's
I
weird.
don't assume where anyone is from.
Same. I don't either.
It's just like, you know, when people post like Happy Mother's Day in like March for like in the UK, and then people are like, it's not Mother's Day till May or something, and you're just like, you do realize different countries
What's wrong with those people,
it's
by the
different,
way? Like, yeah, no shit, Sherlock. Maybe they're not talking about that. Yeah, look at that.
I feel like the news cycle that you get in the UK about the US is probably more accurate than the
It is.
news that we're getting.
I
I
imagine
can
about
tell you
because-
firsthand that it
bias.
is because I don't consume American
Because we have
news.
so
I
much
only
media
consume outside
sway, right?
It's all propaganda in the United States. It's so fucking bad right now, and it's on the both left and the right.
Yeah.
Midas Touch is literally just Fox News for the left. It's disgusting.
Yeah, it's I feel like what they're reporting on outside might be more accurate than what they're giving us.
Maybe.
It might not be.
But I don't
In
think
some
so.
cases.
I think it could be easily swayed too.
I mean, it depends. We have certain news places that are supposed to be neutral, but either side, whether you're left or right,
So do
would
we.
say that they
So do we.
would say that the
Where?
neutral people
Right,
still
who?
lean towards one side. Even
The
if
Yeah.
AP is supposed to be pretty neutral.
Okay.
It's supposed to be like our neutral standing, but
Supposed to be.
it's all getting cloudy. Yeah.
I think it's hard to be neutral. Like as a, I think for them it must be hard when like you're having to deal with someone who's like an absolute fucking idiot, you know? Like, how can you be neutral against things that you're just there like, are you being serious right now? This is happening right now?
That's a really good question, though. So, like, while you're staying engaged, how are you dealing with that? Like, not even so much protecting your peace, but how are you protecting yourself mentally when dealing with that?
I think it's a balancing act of staying informed and then stepping away and taking care of yourself.
I agree.
And staying informed and staying up to date and stepping away and taking care of yourself. Especially, and I don't fault anybody that's like not able to stay informed at all. Like, if you are struggling mentally, you know, like it's more important. We need you to be taking care of yourself so that we can, you know, have more people that are able to love and not just fall into this pit of despair.
I feel like that's why community is so important, though, because it is impossible to drink from this fire hose that is our current next shit show of the day. We need to split up a little bit, right? So
Yeah.
it's like I have a really good friend. She pays mostly attention to women's issues and what's happening in the LGBT communities, and she shares that with us.
Or pick something that you care about and like just focus on one thing, and like that's okay too. You don't have to know like everything all the time.
And
I
it's
think it's a
easier for her
really-
too because she can find those grassroots communities. She can find those little local chapters of people that are doing activism. And I don't know, she says it feels better. I'm proud of her. I think it's a great idea.
What were you going to say, Dana?
Go on.
Fair.
This is my favorite topic, so I think my brain very quickly is like, let's throw that in the bin, that thought. I tried.
Is it? I mean, we can post them in Discord. We can post them in chat. I'm curious who you guys follow out in the world for your news.
I can't think of any specific people. I don't like have anybody dedicated. I would just say that like my feed online, especially on like Blue Sky and a little bit on Threads is just like a collective of, I try to follow like more marginalized voices because I know that's who's being affected more.
I love that.
The only person I can specifically think of is like Aaron Parnas.
Oh,
Or
yes,
I see
him
him
too.
all the time. He just comes up in my feed a lot. And there's one other guy who I need to find his name that I can't think of. But he talks more about like military type stuff that happens.
For
Ooh.
Aaron, though, I had to take a break because there was one point where it
Yeah.
was like 7 times a day, breaking news, breaking news. And I was like, okay, my nervous system is not okay with all of this breaking news every single second.
He can definitely be a little too much sometimes.
It's hard though, isn't it? Because like there was a point where there was like all this stuff going around, like, oh, World War III is about to happen, like blah blah, and like when you have people like constantly like showing that stuff and like talking about it and like fear mongering you, it's really hard to have a regulated nervous system. Like,
Yes. You know
Yeah,
what my
there's
mom
that's the
always
intention.
says? My mom always reminds me that every generation has thought that there was going to be like a massive, insane war. She said when she
Yeah.
was younger, they thought the Russians were going to attack and they had to do all these drills all the time where they had to hide underneath their desk and that communism. And so I try to like, when things get super, super inflamed, I try to like pull it back a little bit because I'm like, this is, and especially in the day of social media, like people want views, they want clicks, they
Yep.
want people to read their stuff. And the
It bleeds,
easiest
it
way to do
reads.
that is to make people feel a really strong emotion. So to say stuff like World War III is coming, like sometimes it's just some TikTok by some idiot who doesn't even know what they're talking about.
yeah,
Yet all of a sudden you're like, why am I watching this? This person has no credibility to be talking about this and is clearly just trying to get views. So like I try to stay away from like super stuff that is super inflamed like that because I'm like, are the news outlets talking about that? Is, the more reputable sources? Because, yeah, it's so crazy how it's just like anyone can say anything about any topic and it can go
yeah.
viral. And then the next thing you know, all these people are talking about World War III, and it's like, whoa, 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 you guys.
It is hard though because like for me, I know you said it, your mom said like every generation thinks, well, I have someone in my household whose generation did have World War II, so it's difficult. And then as someone who did history a lot, you do see a lot of similar signs in the news of like the lead up to other wars and stuff. And like we have several wars going on right now. Like,
We've never known a time without war. I don't know
mm,
if you guys know that. Like, literally, even since me and Steph have been born, we have been at war the entire time of our lives, which is
Money.
crazy.
It's a source of income, which it's that I heard that too, Braylon, that like every generation has essentially felt like the world is gonna end and then it doesn't. So it's like I was talking to someone who was on the fence about having kids and they were talking to their mom and their stance is, well, have you looked at the world around you? I'm not having kids. And she's like, dude, I felt the same way when I had you. And look at you. Things are fine. It's their trust that everything is going to work out in the end. I don't necessarily have that though. I don't really have that because it's like, but to Dana's point, you see history repeating itself. You already know where the fuck this is going to go. And you're looking around at people like, what are you doing? Why aren't you doing anything? Freaking the fuck out, right? But that has been helping me. The world has not ended yet. You have survived every bad day so far. It's going to be fine. It's not going to look like what it does today, but humans are incredibly resilient. And I am trusting that when that line gets crossed and things get that bad, look at what's happening in California. I could not imagine being one of those people right now, mentally fucking preparing myself here in Arizona, just in fucking case.
I think it's hard though because you can say that from like say a US and UK point of view of like it's not going to happen, but there were people that like were in countries that have now been like part of a war, part of bombing and stuff, where their lives have
Decimated.
been completely torn apart, and they probably would have been exactly like us and thinking, well, it's probably not going to happen to me. Like I'm just fear mongering and I'm just like stressing
It's
myself out for no
terrifying.
reason. And the
That's
thing is, there's like not that much stopping. In my mind, it feels like it's not that much stopping us from being in the exact same position, and that's why it stresses me out when I do look at the news and you see all these things happening.
Yeah. I
It's
definitely
that gets me. I don't love that feeling.
No,
That.
this is why I don't watch a lot of news.
And then I make art and everything's
Yes.
okay.
that is what we are supposed to be doing. I remember reading this. I think it was on Twitter. Somebody said, like, in the AIDS epidemic, I'm gonna mess this up a little bit, but they woke up in the morning and they buried their friends, and they went to funerals in the afternoon, and at night they danced. And it was like this beautiful sentiment of like, do your shit, help your community, come home and remember to like love and have fun and like do not let it suck your soul dry. And I just thought that was really beautiful that like we are multifaceted people. We do have the capacity to go and bury our friends in the morning, go to funerals in the afternoon, come home at night and dance. And like I thought that was like that's something that happened so long ago, right? But those people were feeling those same things that we're feeling now. And it just, I don't know, felt kind of reassuring.
How do you feel though? You're saying like we should create art and things like that, about the fact that AI is now taking over a lot more like art, like
I
creation
don't
on
think
social media.
I don't think that there's actual like artists out there that are using AI for art. So I feel like the people that are going to make art are still going to make art. I think the people that are using AI for art are not artists. It's like,
Yeah,
you
I
know what I
agree.
mean?
You're
No,
No,
right. They're
definitely.
separate.
I just mean like you're seeing more AI like content, like say Pinterest for instance, that's changed completely from like say 2012. It's like a lot more AI content. Like how do you think that is affecting us as like being able to view, like, because like creating art is important because other people like get joy from it as well as us.
I think until AI art is like filled with museums, I don't know. I think it's okay. Like I don't know. I don't know. I think it'll ever get to that point where it's like, oh, come to this art exhibit. Maybe like a super funky little small gallery in New York might have like a AI art thing, right? But like if you go to the Met or something like that, I don't think that there's ever going to be like, here's the AI wing. Like I just don't foresee that. So I don't know.
I,
I think that
I don't know. I could see them
I
saying,
wouldn't count
"Here's
that
the
out.
AI wing."
you could.
There's
Yeah.
already AI galleries. It, I understand where you guys are coming from. AI artists are not artists, but honestly, hard disagree. So because you're not physically taking a pen to paper, you're not an artist. There's all different kinds of art. There's all different kinds of art, and it's like them using it as a tool to get out right their vision of what
I
they would.
guess
You can't. You
it's
just
an optimistic perspective, but yeah.
it's an accessibility tool, and it allows people to create in ways that they weren't able to before. What if they're severely disabled and they can't hold a pencil? And AI is the only way that they can
Well,
get
that's
their
true.
feelings and words conveyed into something that they can share with the world. Like, who
I
fucking
mean,
cares? It doesn't impact
if
you if it's the same as
anything,
AI.
maybe it's empowering more people to look at their creative side. I don't know. I don't
It's
remember the
and I
question you asked initially, Dana,
It was,
but I
I was
think
mainly
my
getting at the fact that like a lot of AI art, as in like people just typing into Chat GPT, create this or whatever, is more becoming more soulless, and then our feeds are becoming more soulless in a
I
time
could see
where
that.
we rely on art more to escape from the world.
Honestly, do you know what I go back to so much when the times are hard? Like, get off the internet. Go
Mm.
talk to real people. Get outside. Go to an art museum. Like,
make
sometimes I think
something.
that's like the internet is this it's its own world, right? And it can
Yeah.
become so different than the real life. And like even during the hot political climate, like in Arizona, people were like we had people standing on the side of the road with like AK-47s and stuff. But if you went and like had conversations with people, it was just such a different thing than talking to people online. Like and so yeah, that would be my
Completely.
thing is like if you start to feel like your feed is soulless, go find some soul in the real world. It will probably reignite your
Because it
yeah.
becomes more of an echo chamber at
Yeah.
some points, doesn't
Well,
it?
like super easy to
Yes.
do that. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. Gosh. Yeah, no, Dana, I feel you. Not my favorite topic either. I'm just like, what do you want to talk about next?
I'm like, when this episode's over, like, we're just gonna self care.
I'm gonna go lay on the floor. I'm gonna have like
Yeah.
5 minutes of floor time when this is over because this is a lot of political everything in my body right now. No, I honestly I love the way this conversation has gone. I am curious though because all four of us are living right as women in this world, and I know it has not been very fun the last 20, 30 or so years that we have been doing this. Currently now, and I know Dana in the UK as well, there's been some laws shaped around women's rights. There was a portion of this podcast where we were talking about reframing, right? Like, where do women have influence, and where will women continue to have influence, and what inspires you in those areas? And the person that comes to mind for me, AOC. Her
I
and
love
Jasmine
her.
Crockett, they're not fucking going anywhere. Let's go.
Yeah.
Bring it on. Come on. Let's see what you got.
Also, I love knowing that women make up 51% of people that play video games. Suck
Hey.
it, boys. We play more video games than you do. And women for years have had all of the power when it comes to buying in the house. We make every decision in the house about what gets purchased. That's why you have every single ad for a home thing is catered towards a woman. But I think that's a power in and of itself that even 20, 30, 40 years ago, we were in charge of what goes on in the home.
I wish that meant that more appliances were more colorful, because
I know we're getting there.
They were for
We
a
have
while.
colorful fridges and stuff now. Like, people are making colorful stuff.
And they were for, was it the 60s or the 70s that they had all of those pastel colored
Both.
like,
60s.
fridges?
they need to
Have you
bring
seen
that
those,
back.
Dana? Those are
They're
I
very
beautiful.
want those back. It's so bad.
We bought
The
like a
Smeg.
microwave a couple of months ago, and it's just like black. I'm like, oh.
I'll never get sick of looking at like or watching old home renovation shows, and they get into like the 60s 70s kitchen, and it's like pastel freaking green with big
Mhm.
daisies everywhere, and I'm like, this woman knew how to cook in her kitchen. I love this.
Because
shit.
there was
Make
like
it
a point where they just kind of didn't really give a shit, and they just like did all sorts of like random extra things that like were to make your house easier, like in the
Yes.
like fridge, like a lazy like Susan type thing. Like, I'm like, yeah, okay, bring that back.
It was the woman's kitchen. It was her
Do
kitchen.
you-
What is he gonna say?
Do you think though that like do you ever think about like the women that came before us and like the hard work that they had to do so that we have the things that we have? Like, I literally think it was until 1976 a woman could not get a credit card without a man's permission. Like, that's not that long ago.
Oh,
For
no.
us.
I remember being married and 20 years old and wanting to go in and have a conversation about birth control and or getting my tubes tied and needing to get a permission slip signed by my husband. This was
I think that
14 years ago.
in places for the tubes tied, that still applies.
That's
Yeah.
fucking
It
insane.
does.
He can impregnate me, but I can't prevent that? Sick. Thanks, patriarchy.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think it's like kind of nice to think about all the people that came before and like all the work they had to do, and then we get to live these nice lives because of them. But then there's also people fighting for even more and, you know, saying we need more freedoms. We still don't have full control over our bodies in the United States, and women are awesome.
I think it's difficult as well because, like, you have when you're growing up, you learn about the suffragettes and like all the amazing work they did for like some of us to get the vote. Obviously, not all women, but some of us. And you think that's amazing, and all these laws that like help women have autonomy over ourselves, and then you see laws being turned over and rights being taken away, and you think these people have fought so hard for us to have rights, and now they're just being taken away, and you think what should we be doing? Because we are now effectively those women having to fight for our rights again. I think it's really hard because the people that are in power and dealing with this right now do not have our best interests at heart, and it's very apparent in everything that you see in their actions.
I agree, Dana. I think it's super hard to think about like, well, all these people fought for this and now you're just fighting to take it away. But I think that's that's where it comes into like pick pick a topic that is something that you really care about and kind of keep tabs and pay attention to that. So like there's a tool too if you're in the United States called Resist Bot, and it will, you sign up via text and it will text you like stuff and say, hey, do you want to sign this? Do you want to email your senators? Like something popped up and it knows like where you live. So then it's just a few clicks of like, yes, I would like to email my senators about this. And it drafts it and sends it via email from your email. There's like little ways that, yes, I think everybody should be using that because it's super easy. And then they just like send you, hey, do you want to sign this? And you're like, yes, I'd like to support that. But there's like little ways that we can figure out how to give our voice, even if we're not able to be the ones that are like down at the, Capitol building protesting. There's still ways that you can vote, with your dollar, choose where you're going to spend your money. Are you going to support small businesses? The most fucked up thing to me is that like pretty much every single company in the United States has donated to Trump. So if you decide that you want to support businesses that don't donate to Trump, good luck shopping anywhere, literally anywhere.
Yeah, seriously.
So like just do what you can, right? Like obviously you like not everybody is able to completely change all the stores that they shop at, and but I think if everybody just kind of is able to focus on like something that they care about and put towards a little bit of effort towards that, compounded, if like that's a lot of effort from everybody. So
It's
don't
not
feel like
even
you
do
have to
your
do it
part.
all.
It's do something.
Yeah,
It's,
just
it's,
pick something.
I took that out
Even
of
if
doing my
that's
part, because
yeah.
there's always more that you could be doing more always, but we still have bills, we have jobs. It's not
even
doable.
if it's just like twice a week, I'm going to support a small business in my area. I'm going to go there and go somewhere new and find someone. Like there's such little things that you can do that really have a compounding effort. And I think trying to stray away from like, well, I'm just one person, like what can I do? Like get away from that, because we're all just one person, right? But collectively we're so powerful. So
Another
that would be
small,
like my takeaway. Wrap up.
another small example is instead of buying books from like Amazon, going to
Yes.
your bookstore or supporting your library.
Your
Because
libraries
they
are
need
great.
the support.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that would be my like number one thing. Try to just find something small that you care about, that you're able to do, that's like that you feel good about, because it really does help.
If you're in the UK and mental health is important to you, the Samaritans, if you sign up for their newsletter, they will send you emails about like if you want to send an email to your MP or whatever to help support a mental health bill or whatever it is in the UK that's upcoming and things like that. So it's not quite as wide as the resist bot, but it is something. I definitely make sure mental health is like the one thing I do check very often.
Yeah, that's been the big thing for me, is just making sure mental health is good. I hold a lot of resentment for what's happening right now. I did everything I was fucking told to do growing up. I worked hard, I worked extra, I learned everything I could, did what I was told, and I was told that that would equal a nice, happy, comfortable life. I've got my nice, happy, comfortable life, but now I gotta fucking deal with fascism. Your girl's fucking mad. I'm mad. Fucking mad. So focus. My big thing is just focus on shit that makes you happy. You can't let it consume you.
And if you are mad, let that fuel you with action. Do something,
Oh yeah,
even
I've been
if it's
trying.
small.
Especially working in cannabis, that's something that's echoed a lot. Is speak with your wallet, and it's hard. It's really hard not buying from Amazon. It's price comparison out there. It's looking up the fucking store if they had it. Braylon's absolutely right. It is. It's picking the lesser of two evils on that front. It's very frustrating.
I
What
think
else you guys got? Yeah, go ahead, Dana.
my takeaway from this episode is probably just like from Brandon saying about her mum's group chat, is that if you have the privilege of having friends that also look at politics, or they have like one niche thing they look at, maybe make like a little group chat where the big things you guys can all inform each other about different things, and have that as your little way of keeping yourself informed in a way that maybe is easier or doesn't overwhelm you so much, because there is a lot of information out there and it can be really overwhelming.
Agreed.
I'm struggling. I was trying to think of my biggest takeaway, and that's a struggle today. I would probably just, I would say, like, picking one thing to kind of be active on. Is what I would do. Sorry, my brain is just not braining.
It's a hard conversation. This was a tough one. This was a really tough one.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for listening in. We do hope you found some value. I know this was a fun one. Join us on Discord to access resources mentioned in each episode and find your people. I definitely have some that I want to drop in for this one. Follow us on social media. Tune in for our next episode, ADHD and libido. Why can't I focus during sex? Have a good day, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.